get up there tonight. All right, so sitting up nice and tall, comfortable seat, crossing at the shins, and then finding your shoulders over your hips. And then making sure that your chin is level with the floor. And gently bring your chin back a little bit, right? So instead of jutting your chin forward, can you pull it back slightly? Good. Quad stretches, please. Just release my right quad. Okay. Realize you're, okay, perfect. I love it. Quad. Beautiful. Sitting up nice and tall. Quad. Mm-hmm. So feeling the crown of your head being at the point where it's like straight up towards the ceiling and the shoulders are relaxing down your back away from your ears, but keep an openness across your heart. Begin to take some fuller, deeper breaths. And if you're inclined, maybe bring a hand to the belly, a hand to the heart. Make that connection with your breath. Notice the spaces in your body that are moving with your breath. Relaxing your tongue, softening through your jaw. And I invite you here to think of something that you are very grateful for today. What is something in your life where you can show some gratitude? The support of your friends, your family, your work, especially if your work is really meaningful to you. Or maybe the work doesn't feel like work because it's just part of who you are. And staying here for a few more full cycles of breath. Feeling into your body, noticing where there's any aches or pains or stiffness, tightness, or any area that may need a little extra care tonight. And a gentle reminder always to do the practice to your best of ability today in the body you have today. We will find the appropriate depth for each shape for the body we have today. We'll hold still and we will hold for time. And then your next inhale, begin to open the eyes. Exhale, release the hands. Good, and blink open your eyes. Good, let's start with some movement in our head and neck and shoulders. So stay for the inhale. And then exhale, slowly bring your right shoulder. Carefully bring the head back. Left ear, left shoulder, and then chin towards chest. Just a few circles of your head in one direction. Just taking a few moments out of your day to do a few things like this. I know this is something I'm going to have to remind myself of, as I know things are starting to change. So, right, keep that in mind for yourself as well, right? Anytime you need the movement, take it. And then pause when your chin is at your chest. Inhale, left ear, left shoulder, round the head back. Right ear, right shoulder, chin towards chest. Keep taking those nice full inhales and slow, even exhales. Good. Chin towards your chest. Inhale, slowly bring the head up. All right, I'm going to come off of my bolster so I have a little bit more grounding sensation with my glutes on the floor. Sorry, mamas. All right, now, like I said, I wanted to do a little bit of hands and feet. So let's do a little bit of that. I'm just so far just going to take my thumbs and rub the arches of my foot and then slowly towards the toes. So this is a little bit of energy medicine yoga. I love to incorporate energy medicine yoga like every single day. I do my 4 thumps. And I used to like to teach that a lot during the meditation practice. I would teach on Insight Timer. I haven't taught meditation on here in a minute, like a long minute. All right, now take the fingers and begin to just rub them along the long bones in the feet. And when you get to the webbing of in between the toes, just pinch the webbing and then rub the toes and then pinch the toenails. So long bones. Good. And then you're kind of like pinching off that energy at the webbing. Good. Rubbing the toe, releasing that energy. Right? Oof, this can be a little uncomfortable. Oof, but you know what? I know it's so good for me. I know I'm doing good stuff here. So just keep going. And if you do it fairly quickly, maybe you do it again. Maybe you do it 2 times. Good. Pinch, rub the toes. Yeah, our feet and our hands need some TLC, right? And just thinking, I've known so many people in the past like 3-4 years that are starting to have feet issues, or they've had broken bones in the feet. And it's really hard for the feet to heal. I mean, think about all the bones in the foot, the ankles. There's a lot going on there, so it's almost impossible, right, to keep them still enough so they can heal. So it's just constantly being fractured or hurt. So, but your feet, you need to pay attention to them, because think about what they do. They are your foundation. They carry you every single day. So this is just something to think about, not to like shame anybody or put anybody down. But when you think about, if you are carrying a little bit extra, you are putting, it puts a lot of extra pressure on the joints. And then that goes all the way down to the feet too, and your spine. So even just a little bit, getting off like 5%, 10% if you're carrying any extra weight, can make a big difference, right? So if you ever need support in that, please feel free to reach out to me. I love to coach people in health and wellness. And Rachel, you broke your foot in July and your toe 2 weeks ago. I'm sorry, but right, it's so hard, right, to heal it, because it's one of those things like you got to move it. Like your feet, and they're so, the way they move is so dynamic, and the ankle. So okay, now we can move to the hands if you've gone over once a long time and then maybe twice. So same idea, you're just going to rub the long bones in each hand and then pinch at the webbing, rub the finger, pinch the fingernail. So but I've encountered a lot of people that are having a lot of feet issues. So I really, just pay attention to your feet, take care of them. I like to be barefoot as much as possible. I really do. Good. And this releases any like tension that you might be holding in your hands that you're not even aware of. So it's good just to pay attention. And if you have lotion, you could be rubbing the lotion in your hands into your feet. Sorry, I should have said that earlier. If you brought it over, I hope you're using it. Good. And if you want to switch the crossing of your shins, or if you want to sit in a different way, if this is just a little too long in one position, you can do that. All right. So just keep rubbing the long bones, little massage down to the webbing, down the finger, pinch the nail. And breathing. Don't forget to breathe. And even though we're not like holding a posture, we're still doing stuff. So keep breathing. Boy, my hands do feel tight. How interesting, right? Okay, wonderful. Good. And then maybe just open and close the hands. Maybe just can point and flex the feet. See how that feels, and just open and close. All right, let's get a little bit more into our grounding. And I think let's just go all the way. Let's just go for it. Let's come into a child's pose. If you want to bring some props along, you can. You're more than welcome to take a bolster and place it in between the knees, or take a blanket or towels, couch cushions, pillows, bed pillows, whatever you have. And if you want to make it super cozy, you can take a blanket over the top, or make it into like a little ledge or something for your forehead so you can still breathe. Or you can use nothing. It's really up to you. My beverages out of the way. Good. And then let your arms come along downside you. All right. So give the shoulders a little rest. I'm going to set the timer here for 4 minutes. This is going to be a really nice long hold, a nice stretch for the back, for the hips. Good. So 4 minutes here in our child's pose. And if the forehead just doesn't touch the ground, again, pull a little bolster, pull a little pillow, make a fold with the blanket, or use a block, or take a block and place a blanket over it to make it a little softer. But let your head be supported if it does not touch the floor. Continue taking those nice, smooth, even breaths. This practice is so soothing to our nervous system that it just resets it, right? You're no longer in that fight, flight, freeze, but you're feeling nice and grounded. Your muscles are relaxed. We're getting some nice stretching. Very carefully begin to bring your hands under your shoulders. Slowly make your way back up. Notice, just pause for a moment. Where are you feeling sensation, right? You might be feeling some pressure or sensation in the ankles and the shins. So maybe you come up carefully and you just begin to straighten one leg out. You don't have to, just you can still feel like the rebound effect, right? So you don't have to move too fast. So don't push yourself to like stretch the leg out completely. Just a slow opening of the back leg, right? Good. And take some movement if you're ready for it. Maybe it's a gentle sway of your hips side to side. Maybe it's some cats and cows. Keep a soft bend in your elbows. Don't lock them out. Move through a few cats and cows with your own breath. Inhale to look up into your cow. Exhale, round the spine to cat. Push the floor away. Exhale. Yeah, Rachel. Ouch. All right, friends, when you're ready, let's come back. Let's take another nice grounding posture. So that was a really nice one also for the back. And like I said, for the hips, maybe even for the inside of the legs and to the groin area. Let's take another grounding posture, but we'll do butterfly. So soles of the feet can come together. And they don't need to be close to the body. You can take some space, so make it a long-legged butterfly. And then for me, I notice like the longer it is, the more I'm feeling to the outside. Closer, inside. All right, so choose your adventure. But just know it doesn't need to be like super tight. There can be some space. Use whatever supports you like. Maybe blocks underneath the thighs. Maybe you're going to take a blanket roll. That's also really lovely for the shins. If you can get the knees pretty far down, but you still want a little support, blanket rolls are nice. But if you want even more support, take that bolster, slide it underneath the legs, and then you'll have the legs on top of the bolster. So you get to choose how much you are going to feel for this pose. Remember, I still want you to feel sensation. I don't want you to just kind of check out and think of this as a restorative class. Restorative would be one level down from what we're doing, but the focus, because when in restorative, it's like you're really letting go and letting the props do the work. But when we're in yin, we want the soft tissues to do the work. So we're either pressing the soft tissues together, we're pulling them apart, or we're twisting them, right? So we're kind of doing two in this shape, right? Because we're getting length in the spine, but we're compressing the front body. So when you are ready, come forward into your butterfly. And we're going to stay here for 3 minutes. So as you're ready, slowly allow your shoulders, your head, neck to go. And maybe you tuck your chin in a little bit more. And find that stillness. Just keep allowing your body to come into the shape through gravity. So don't feel like you have to force yourself or pull yourself in to your legs. Just gradually allow the space in the spine to grow. So the length in the back body allows you to come deeper into your shape. Softening through your face, your jaw. Unclench your teeth. And soften through your facial features. Right. Very slowly, carefully make your way back up. Lengthen through the crown. Maybe use your hands behind you for a little support. Then maybe lift the heart so you're coming into a little bit of a back bend. And begin to straighten the legs. Maybe give them a little wiggle, a little shake. Maybe you want to take them into some windshield wipers. So you decide whatever you need for your body. Maybe its legs need to be straight, or maybe just gentle swaying of the knees. So the next shape we're going to take is going to be great for two things, right? It's going to be a hip opener and a nice quad stretch. So that's where we're going. Just take a few more moments, whatever you need. If you want to roll down to your back, hug your knees in, maybe a happy baby, maybe rock yourself a little side to side or back and forth. whatever you need to do to prepare for the next shape. So when you're ready, extend your right leg. And then, so this is going to be like a variation of saddle. Usually saddle, we're going to go backwards. This one, we're going to do a forward fold, but maybe this knee moves out to the side a little bit. Try to be even on your sitting bones. Now, if you can leave your knee close in, you can bring them together, but if that just doesn't work and you want more of a hip stretch, let that knee open up. Now, the fun part, we're coming into a forward fold. So walk your hands forward. We're going to be here for 2 minutes, and then we'll take the quad stretch for 1 minute. So a total of 3 minutes on each side. Let me reset that. Good. So just gently bring your hands down. And maybe it's hands, or maybe you come to elbows, or maybe you're able to kind of bring yourself lower. And then adjust. Maybe you kind of play with the knee where this left knee is. Maybe you bring it closer in or move it further out. And again, just allowing gravity to do the work here. Let gravity, the weight of your body, pull you further down. Feeling that stretch though? I'm definitely feeling something in the hip flexor. And then the straight leg, the hamstring is getting a nice stretch too. All right, friends, slowly come up. Good. All right. Slowly bring this left knee forward. Now, this is where the quad stretch comes in. You are more than welcome to stay here on the hands. Slowly come down to the elbows. You start to feel that, right? If the low back feels a little crunchy, just gently lift the hips up and then lengthen the tailbone towards your right foot. We're going to be here for 1 minute. Slowly breathing. Good. Now, if this is okay and it feels right, maybe lay yourself all the way down on your back. And then if you get there and you're like, yep, nope, then you come back up to whatever point that feels right for you. Oh, you got your chickies? You got your chickie? Hi, Mama. Breathing here. Feel that nice opening in the knee, the ankle, right? The front of the foot is getting a nice stretch. Good. Slowly, wherever you are. Good. Came all the way down. Prop yourself up to your elbows. Slowly make your way to your hands. Inhale. Carefully release that bent left leg. Be gentle. It's getting that kind of rebound effect. You might be feeling like the blood and the circulation start to come back. So just move slowly. There is no rush. Maybe just feel that sensation. Go, ah. Wonderful. Next side. Same thing, right? Left leg extends, right knee bent. I'll turn around just to make this a little easier. Good. And like I said, that knee can come out to the side. It can stay close to the left leg. Whatever's going to work best for you, wherever you're wanting to feel that sensation. And then maybe it shifts. Maybe it changed from side to side. So 2 minutes here on this side as well. When you are ready. Oops, reset. Slowly bring your hands down to the floor. Walk yourself forward and come into your fold. Again, maybe you just start with the hands there. And then maybe the elbows release. And then maybe you're able to reach for the left foot or the ankle or the shin. All right, slowly make your way up. Bring the right knee forward. Again, making our way down to the hands or to the elbows. Prop yourself up. And then if you are ready to come into that full back on the floor, you do so when you are ready. So again, let that right knee open up a little bit if you need to. I'm already feeling that nice stretch, right? The top of my hip all the way down my quad. My knee, my soft tissues in my knee are getting a nice stretch. Front of my foot. Good. And the more I come down, the more I recline back, the more I'm going to feel that pull up through the belly of the quad. So a nice stretch there. I know I'm not like, it's not about strengthening, right? I'm not trying to strengthen the muscles here. I'm really trying to feel a stretch. The muscles, we're not trying to work. We're trying to release them as much as we can. So when you make that mind-body connection, you're like, you're feeling the sensation. Can you relax into it and let it go? Right? That's why it's helpful to stay in these poses longer so you can really make that connection, but there was our minute. It's already up. So slowly bring yourself up, release that leg, stretch it out. Good. Shake it. We are finding our way down to our backs. Do not worry. I did not forget about the heart opener. Saving that heart opener for part of our Shavasana. So you're going to need blocks for those for sure. Now, for this, we're taking a twist, and I want you to find the twist that works best for you. Maybe it's just a simple, easy twist with both knees over to one side. Or maybe it's a single leg twist, one knee bent and across the body. Or maybe you're going to take a deeper one. Maybe that's what you're really looking for tonight. Maybe it's eagle legs or twisted roots, wrapping the legs twice, bring them over to the right. Just make sure that left shoulder is grounding down. So choose your twist, and we will be here for about 2 minutes on each side. And use whatever supports you need if the knees need that to ground down through the right or the left shoulder. Keep taking those nice, smooth, and even breaths. Slowly inhale, come back. And maybe a little lift of your hips in between sides. Just realign your spine. And then prepare for side 2 for twist. And as you're ready, find your way there. Again, whatever supports you need, please use them to make this pose a little more accessible and sustainable for your body. You never want to try to injure or hurt the body to get into a shape. That is definitely not the goal here. So working on our soft tissues, keeping them nice and supple and hydrated by moving them and stretching them. They need some stress, right? Just like the muscles, they need stress to grow. In our soft tissues, collagen is depleted every year. So we need to make sure that we are holding on to what we have. We want to make sure the soft tissues are, like I said, pliable and not brittle and dry, right? That's when we have all those injuries. So this is why I believe that this practice, especially yin, so complementary to life, just gives us the permission to slow down and be still. Definitely need more of that. So hopefully this year is starting off good for all of you. You still have your goals and your planning, and you're making adjustments. You're making those SMART goals. right? Good girl. And slowly come to your back. Realign your spine, maybe hug your knees in. Give them a little rock side to side. Lay down, mamash. Lay down. It's Shavasana time. Come on. Come on. And like I said, for our last pose, it's a heart opener. Mama, it's not time to get crazy. It's time to settle down. Come on, come find your wolf. Find your wolf, relax. You're gonna want blocks because this is where we're gonna take them for the heart openers. So, oh, here she goes. Betty girl. Okay, get it all out now because it's time to lay down and relax. Gosh, jeez. She's the worst student sometimes. Okay, so sitting in front of your blocks, you're gonna find one right underneath the heart. That's where you want it. It's going to be a cross. Now you take them to whatever height that makes sense to you. I like mine on the medium level. If you need to go lower, then do so. And if blocks just don't work, find yourself some pillows or couch cushions and put them at an angle to get that heart opening. And so this is what I'm going for here. Now you can keep the knees bent. Let the knees knock in together, feet on the ground. If that works better for your legs and your low back. Of course, adjust your block. Make sure it's not going to fall over. Apparently, I cannot get my block to not. Okay, there we go. There we go. Great. Or you can straighten your legs. Depends on how it feels for your low back. Breathing here. Keeping that heart nice and lifted and open. So feeling any kind of grief or sadness, we feel it weigh heavy in the heart and the lung area. So breathe into that space. Make space with your breath. Open it up. Right? We have this never-ending supply of love, this open heart, this vastness that knows no depth. At least that's what I think of as the love I have. Right? You can love everybody in the world, honestly, right? There's capacity. Your heart has the capacity to hold love for that many people. But especially have that love for yourself. So showing that love and compassion and kindness to ourselves and to people around us. Just like in the Reiki practice, just for today, I will not be angry. I will not worry. I will be grateful. I will devote myself to my duties and I'll be kind and compassionate to myself and to others. And perhaps bringing that thing that you focused on at the beginning of practice that you are so grateful for And now see if there's anything else you would like to add to that one thing that you had at the beginning of practice. Maybe there's more. Maybe you find other things to be grateful for. Just allow all of those benefits to integrate into the nervous system. Begin to lengthen and deepen your breath. Bring some movement to your fingers and to your toes, wrists, and ankle circles in one direction. And reverse. Big stretch. Reach the arms overhead. Point the toes. Carefully come off of your blocks. You can bend the knees and carefully roll to one side. Find a comfortable seat. How many are we? Oh, we're 100. All right. Beautiful. Great. Comfortable seat, my friends. And then we can close our practice. Thank you so much, all of you, for joining. I really appreciate you showing up. I hope you got what you needed from practice this evening. Also, whatever you donate is amazing, right? So pay what you can, right? That's what I'm going with this year. Pay what you can. Again, find whatever, practices I've had here since September. It's all going to be on YouTube, Yoga with Casey. And please feel free to listen to any of my EFT, my Reiki practices that I have on Insight Timer. Some of you have come across them. So a lot of EFT, a lot of tapping, good stuff. If you haven't tried it, I go ahead and invite you to try some EFT if you've never done it. It's an interesting practice, right? It's good stuff. It's all healing, right? Okay, so sitting up nice and tall. On your inhale, reach your arms overhead, palms touch. Exhale, bringing down all of that divine, universal energy to your heart centers. And that divine, universal energy vibrates as the frequency of love through which you and I and all sentient beings are connected on this planet. The light in me salutes and honors the light in you, my friends. Namaste. Thank you again so much for joining. Donate what you can, and I will definitely be here next Friday. It's already on the calendar. You don't have to worry about that. I made up such a boo-boo last week. I couldn't even believe it. Thanks, Claire. I got him at like a yoga conference in LA a few years back. Thanks. And thank you very much, William. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks, William. Yeah, Betty's pretty cute too. Andos. Rachel, I broke my foot years ago and wished I had gone to an ortho instead of a podiatrist. I still have so many problems. Hope you heal. Yeah, the foot is just one of those things, right? It's so hard to heal because we move it so much, right? We move the feet, we walk, right? It's like what they're meant to do. All right, friends, I've had a few of you reach out to me for like private calls and private work, and I love it so much. So if you ever want to jump on a discovery call with me, feel free to go ahead and go over to my website, which is connected here on Insight Timer. It is nouveauhippieholistics.com. We can do a half-hour session on there for free. And if, whatever you want to work on, you want to work on goal setting, you want to work on, dropping some weight, you want to work on improving healthy habits or making habits, or creating routines. I love, love, love to do that. Okay. Oh, Beth, good. Thanks. The heart opener really helped with my anxiety. Good. Me too. It was just a great practice that I so needed myself. And that's the other thing I love about the practice is that, like, you guys show up and tell me what you need, and it's so perfect because I need that too. So it's a beneficial, it's a mutual situation here. Anna, thank you so much. Oh, and stay warm out there, right? Oh my gosh. And anybody in California right now, oh my gosh, I'm just watching everything going on, and I'm trying to get out there in a couple of weeks. But again, it's dependent on what's going on with the fires and if things are improving and getting better. All right, Rachel, I assume you mean orthopod. I did a lot of physio, and except for the odd twinge, it seems better. Oh, good. Sending that healing to you, sending that healing Reiki, Rachel. Like, oh my gosh. Can't even imagine, right? Okay, friends, I will see you next Friday at 5 p.m. Please feel free to reach out here or on, if you want to go to my email here on the website. Through my website, you can email me there. If you're on Insta, you can go ahead and message me there as well. All right, have a great rest of your weekend. Don't forget to drink your water, my friends, and I will see you next Friday, 5 p.m. Okay, bye. And good luck with the Reiki training. You're going to have so much fun.